What up, guys? Welcome to episode 108 of Fresh Off the Mats. So we're filming on Monday.
Because we're supposed to get slammed.
We're supposed to get our cheeks clapped.
It upgraded to a Cat 5 now.
I heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
So here's the thing, though. It upgraded to a Cat 5.
But I heard it's more north.
It's Sarasota, dog.
Hey, more north, bro. Fuck you, Sarasota.
So that means we get
More
the surges.
north.
So that's the issue with
You get the what?
the surges. All the surge. That's when all
That's
the
why you
heavy
shouldn't live
waves
by
and
the
all
water,
that.
bro. Fuck you, water, fucking dogs.
All the wind and all
you water
that heavy. We get the rain too. The eye gets the wind. That's what causes most of the destruction.
I'm okay with rain.
Flooding.
I grew up in New York.
You're in Lehigh, though.
I'm okay with rain.
So you don't care about flooding.
Nah.
So that's it.
No one said to live on the river. All you people live on the river, and you're like, oh, look at me, I'm so fancy. I live on the river. I have a boat. You're gonna use that boat, bro. You gotta Noah's Ark your way off that shit now. Nah, listen, it's scary. I'm just joking, obviously. It's scary, but like,
seriously though,
what the fuck? I could never do this. Like when people are like, when you get a house.
What I don't get after Ian is what I don't understand.
Yeah.
How is it that we went through that bad and people like? I think the bad part was when they were like, we haven't been hit by something like this in 50 years, and everyone put that in their head instead, and was just like, oh, okay, I'll just rebuild exactly where I was then, because it shouldn't happen again. It's like, or how about this? Just don't build there again, because it showed you it can't last no matter what you do.
I'm the type of person that if it happens one time, I'm out. I'm done.
Especially a massive investment like a house.
Bro,
you kidding me? This ain't a fucking $20,000 or even a $2,000 thing.
You know, Blue Belt Nick told me the other day, right?
What?
He told me that Blue Belt Nick, that's
all blue.
The contractor.
Okay.
He told me that he just finished rebuilding a lady's house from the last bad hurricane, and now we're about to get slapped again. Mm-hmm. Bro, I mean, like,
I know.
How many times you want to go through this shit, dude?
That's what I don't get it. It's like, bro, just get rid of it, leave it. Like it's obviously showing you it's not. And I get it, selling a house and being able to reinvest into another home. That's not easy.
Get out,
but bro, figure it out somehow, because that shit's. I feel like going through that emotional turmoil is not worth it. Yeah.
Just once. I would never want to do it, bro.
Dude, losing your whole home, everything.
Let's roll the dice on whether we're going to lose everything we own.
Fuck that.
No, I don't want to do that.
Too, like seeing the insurance costs. I just had a client saying that their insurance for the year went up another $3,200. You know what I also didn't know? You know why it did? Because all the insurance agencies are leaving Florida. There's like 3 in Florida right now that are willing to insure people.
There's no competition.
Which also means, they're slowly monopolizing. And if there's 3 of them, it's technically not a monopoly. Yeah, whatever. They get to all decide, hey, we can all charge a high price. They have to buy anyway. Unless you own your home, you have to have insurance. So it's just like they're able to take full advantage of everyone now.
Listen, the more and more I think about it, because I was like, oh, if I ever move one day and get my own house, I want to have it in Fort Myers. The more and more I think about it, like, I might just fucking stay in Lehigh, bro.
Mac and I have been talking about it now, especially since we've been house shopping. One, finding houses not in a flood zone, damn near impossible. We're looking all the way up to $425,000, and we still can't find things because it will get canceled the second it's in a flood zone.
$425,000, you could buy a piece of land in Lehigh and customize it to what you want.
I can build a mansion in Lehigh with this,
bro.
But that's what we've been considering. Is like we can't find anything in Estero or Bonita. We can't find anything in Fort Myers, and if we do, it's old as hell, which isn't bad. But then is the off chance that it flood, because there are some houses that even if it isn't in a flood zone, they still flooded. Yeah. So it's just like, well, shit, now we need to also see their flood history. It's like Lehigh's the only thing.
But I feel like you could, but here's the thing. I feel like you could dip your toes into Lehigh without going deep into Lehigh. Like
going 40 minutes in, yeah.
Do you know if you take Daniels all the way down? Do you know if you take Daniels all the way down, you know how you get to that intersection where it's Publix and Chase?
Yeah, there's
on 82.
That's where Tony and
yes, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. If you cross 82, you're in Lehigh.
Yes.
So why not just be right there? What is that? A 10-minute drive from here?
It's not bad. That's where we have considered like looking
just
into that area where it's like we can be on the outskirts. We're still close enough where Well, we'll still have to leave like 20, 30 minutes early just due to traffic during season.
Yeah.
It's season. You got to remember season.
I know, but they're widening the roads. I
Yes.
feel like this could be a non-issue by the time, like,
Everything's really like settled.
yeah.
So
dude.
that's the consideration. But yeah, going back to just dealing with floods and all that, man. It's
man. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Oh, you know, a fun fact I learned?
Hmm.
You know, Tampa hasn't directly been hit by a hurricane in 121 years. So they've gotten surges, they've gotten the outskirts, but they have never in 121 years gotten the eye of the storm. It's always last second.
About to get those cheeks clapped.
Yeah, but that's what everyone's saying. They're like, we can't depend on Tampa being the target because 121 years,
Yeah,
it's always
they're
done
the first.
this and this.
Okay, but how many people said, "Oh, I haven't seen a hurricane like this in 50 years"?
50,
At-
not 121.
Bro, but at some point,
They're got it.
at some point,
Bro, them Indian burial grounds are
Nah.
working in their favor because
Nah.
they are not being touched and they remain untouched. Now, again, they get surges, they'll get the wind, they'll get the outskirts, but they do not get the eye of the storm. So it's not like they're being untouched and they've dealt with flooding. I know, like, what was it, like 5-6 years back, they got hit hard by the flooding and all, but they're not getting the eye, which means nothing is getting the massive wind. They're getting like 80, which is still shitty. Like, obviously, it's damn, you're getting hit, but like,
Yeah.
they don't get what, like how Ian hit us. They're not getting that.
Listen, man, all I know is I was happy this morning at 9 when I heard that it's like moving a little more north.
Yes, it's Sarasota.
Bro, even
now.
if it's Sarasota, that's still far enough away from us. I feel
I
like.
don't know, we're still getting the outskirts of the eye. Like, because so what they're
Who
saying.
gives a
So
fuck,
the
dude?
issue,
it's going this way.
but the issue what's happening is it went up to a Cat 5.
I'd rather get the ass end of the hurricane than be
We're
getting
not,
the
though.
front.
So this is what the issue is. So with it being a Cat 5, the eye got smaller, but the hurricane's getting bigger. So it's getting stronger, but the
Mhm.
eye is more concentrated. What they're saying is, for some reason, I don't know why it's going to get weaker the closer it gets to us, but it's going to hit
Losing
into
momentum off the
it.
wall.
So it is, but it's going into a Cat 3, opening the eye. So now it's predicted the eye is going to cover from Sarasota to us. And so the eye is going to be huge, and we're going to be on the edge of the eye. So not getting the, like, so if this is the eye, we're going here instead of right here.
Yeah.
So we're getting the outskirt of the eye while everything else is getting hit. So that's what sucks, because if it hit as a Cat 5, then yeah, Sarasota would be getting hit by the eye. We just get the rain and the wind a little bit from the outskirt. Now we're supposed to be getting hit by the
let's
edge of
power this bitch up.
it. Yeah.
Let's power it up.
So
Fuck Sarasota.
that's kind of what's like the shitty part right now. And if it keeps drifting up, awesome. My only thing with it drifting up, I feel really bad because those people just got done with Helene. Like, that sucks if it drifts
Listen,
up. Not
man,
saying I also want to be in their
listen,
same boat, but
you
like,
know how we
damn.
talked last week about like, oh, we got to worry about our people, not worry about
Yes.
Ukraine.
No,
We
yeah.
got to worry about Fort Myers. Fuck Sarasota. Fuck you.
I mean, very true.
I'm worried about our people.
The more the
You
less
guys
we
have a
get
heads up.
destroyed.
You can leave. You can leave.
But what's it called? Do you know a funny thing? Actually, talking about Helene and all that. So I
Wait,
just
what's this storm called?
Melvin? Melvin?
Melvin?
I think
What
Melvin.
a stupid name. Dude.
Merlin.
What about Mark or Matthew?
It's probably already been used.
They cannot double
They don't.
names?
They don't double up.
Ever?
When was the last time you heard of a
Bro, we're gonna start running out of names.
Milton?
Milton.
It's now a Cat 5 as of 50 minutes ago. That's
Let me see. Oh, damn, boy!
it's about to cover our whole state.
Can't we just drop a bomb in the middle of it?
No, that's probably going to make it worse. But so it went up even more.
Oh, good.
So yeah, it's literally just moving up. That's as of 7 minutes ago.
Hercules.
So- That's good for us. We're not supposed to get hit as hard. But about
We the
Helene.
best.
Helene and all them up in North Carolina, I've been seeing, you know, that the FEMA directors and all that, the people taking charge of like handing out supplies and all that, are starting to be like stingy with it or denying people. You know what just happened to one of them? He got jumped.
Got jumped.
They jumped the fuck out of him, beat the shit out of
Yeah,
him.
you should.
Yeah.
You
So
should.
it's like someone, like one guy, they were saying he came out being arrogant, acting like he was all high and mighty, being able to hand it out. They dragged him down and beat the hell out of him.
I would
So
do
like
the
they're
same
doing the
shit.
same. Now they're like, and people are coming out like, yo, we warned you. This isn't up north where you're going to get away with being a dickhead to our people.
Yeah.
The South is going to handle you a certain way, and they're going to make sure that you remember, like, don't.
You're gonna
fuck
get beat
around.
up by they. That,
Yeah.
That's gonna be multiple ass people.
Yeah. Yeah. The pronouns are going to be actually effective. It's not going to be one person swinging on you. You actually getting jumped.
Yeah.
Like, you better come down here correct, because Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas, they're not going to play too nice with you.
Fuck around and find out, boy. Fuck around and find out.
We got Florida man for a reason. Florida people are a little bit angry.
Bro, I'm not a native Floridian. I only moved here 10 years ago. So let me tell you.
You start picking up on that attitude, though.
Let me tell you, though, I love this state. I love this state way more than I ever loved New York. Like, even though I'm not a native born and raised Floridian, I love this place way more than I'll ever love New York. Bro, people are like, oh, you grew up in New York, the best place in the world. You don't love it. You don't New York pride. Fuck New York. Fuck you guys. You guys treat each other like shit. All you guys are assholes. So I don't miss it one bit.
Here's a funny
I don't miss it one bit.
Here's a funny thing I've always heard about this, and I do think this is true.
You like paying $10 for coffee? Fuck off and die.
Yeah, that part's all
$10 for gas? Eat dicks, bro. What's so great about it?
But the funny thing I heard of comparison of up north versus down south, and I think it really affects, because when people think of up north, I really think that they're only including New York. I don't think anyone thinks of up north and think of any other state or city.
The funniest thing is the smallest city.
It's the smallest city. It's just condensed, and everyone, I think, if you're like, oh yeah, up north, automatic thought is New York City. Anyway, I think it's the most accurate thing. And I'm going to use New York as an example because it's true just from the people, and obviously like when I grew up there, it's the people are direct assholes. They will be a dickhead to you, but they will help you. If you're in the way, let's say you're going up the steps after getting off the subway or something, right? You're going up the steps and you got like a fucking baby carriage and you're just in the way. They're going to be like, hey, bitch, get the fuck out of the way. But they're going to grab that stroller and help you get up. Yeah, but true. Down south, they're going to be mad silent about it and they just going to be cursing you the fuck out. And they're not going to, they won't help you.
Don't know. They're going to be like, bless your heart.
They're going to say some of the weirdest shit. They won't help you. They're just going to insult you. But in front of your face, they're going to be like, oh, that really sucks. I'm so sorry you're going through it. Yeah. But then talk mad shit behind your back. Yeah. In New York,
and not help you.
And not help you. Yeah. New York, they'll help you, insult you. So you're not going to be sure of how to feel because you'll be like, oh, thanks for the help. But like, why'd you call me a bitch in the middle of it too? Like you're going to be mad confused about what happened.
You single mom ass bitch with your big ass.
That's why you should have had a fucking man around. And be like, why the fuck?
You're probably a real bitch. You ain't got no man around helping you.
But they're going to help you up those stairs, make sure you're good. And then they're going to go about their business as if nothing was said. Down south, they're not going to help you. They're going to smile as if they do care about you, but then they're going to walk off and then curse you out for being in their way. So that's my thing. And I to me, that's a true statement. Is I trust northern people more.
Me too.
Because like they will upfront tell you if they don't like you or not. Down south is to me all about talking shit behind you. Yes. And that's what growing up, because now the older I am, I love Florida because now like politics, I'm more aware of like the livelihood status of everything. Yeah. But growing up, I hated it here because I was like, the people suck. None of them know what like true honesty is, and no one knows like what it is to actually be like boys with someone. Like, bro, if I say I'm your boy, I got you, and if you're doing something dumb, I'm gonna tell you.
Yes.
But I think down south, people are like, oh, I don't want to be offensive. It's like, dog.
No, be offensive. I'd rather someone be straight up with me, like, bro, you're fucking up. Bro, you're doing this wrong. You're an idiot, blah, blah, blah. I'd rather you do that to my face.
Yes.
And I appreciate and respect you 10 times more than the idiot behind your back goes, oh, can you believe Joe did this?
He's doing this shit. He's doing this shit.
Bro, you're a fucking loser.
Tell me. You're a loser. But I think that's what, growing up, I hated it down here. And I think that's also why, like, everyone's like, oh, New Yorkers have an attitude. You don't have an attitude. They're just going to tell you how it is.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an attitude to be told the truth. Now they come off abrasive. But, dude, like...
But it's better that way.
I'd rather it be abrasive than be like, hey...
Listen, if I have a problem with you, I'm going to say it right to your face. I'm going to be like, I don't fucking like you. I don't like this thing you did. I think it's stupid. I'm going to tell you all this shit up front. I'm not going to go on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever it's called, X, talk Twitter shit about, get the fuck out of here, bro. That's clown shit.
It's weird, dude. No. I don't get it because I'm like, if you
tell
really
people
say,
what you think. Be like, I don't fucking like what you did. You're a piece of shit.
Which is also why I think, like, again, it also goes both ways, too. Like, good word gets passed around up, like, in northern cities, because one, I think the competition in heavily dense cities, and I mean, you can even compare it to Miami. If you do good, people are going to spread it because it's the city type mentality. One, everyone's going to tell you if you're doing good, everyone's going to tell you if you're doing bad. So you can't get away with being lackluster because people are going to try to save your feelings. They're not going to be afraid to ruin your business if you suck. But they're also, if you're good, you're good. Like, people are going to pass that around.
The work ethic down here is not as good as the work ethic up north.
It's not.
Bro, people work way harder up north than they do down here. And you could just tell just by like, dude, silly shit. Like, I don't even, I'm trying to think of an example. Bro, I don't know.
How fast things get done.
How fast? Yes.
fast
And
things
how
get done.
timely
Yeah.
things get done. There's
That's an
there's
easy way to
quotas
do it.
meet.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, and so I was
I
actually.
know some slow-moving
I was
motherfuckers
talking
here
about
where
this
it's
with
like,
my,
bro, permits taking how long to get done?
It could be like 6 months to a year.
It's
sometimes.
insane. In New York,
Yeah.
they're like 60 days. We got to
Yeah.
get that shit done.
But I was talking to some of my members, and I was like, this is what I think. And it's obviously dependent on the job and all that, but a lot of up north is union-based.
Yeah.
So a lot of people think the unions are only there for the employees, which they are. That's who they represent. That's what they're supposed to do. Make sure you get fair wages, make sure you get good time off, blah, 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 blah. But the union is also on top of the employees to
They
be
set
like,
a standard.
you have to
Yes.
beat this standard
Yeah.
in order to stay with us, because the union will get rid of you if you suck.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
they'll
yeah.
be like, hey, you're gone. But you hold that standard, you maintain all the benefit. While down south,
It's, what's it called?
right to work. So
Yeah.
Florida, right to work, which means there's no union to protect you. Like some jobs, yes, they have it, but it's not in the sense of up north. But two,
Which you think it would make people work harder, that it's
It
right to
doesn't.
work, but it does the
Yeah.
opposite
It does
effect
the
where like,
exact
I'm a lazy
opposite.
fuck, I'll just
Yeah.
get fired.
they'll
I'll
just
be
fire
lazy.
you because I think the issue is the right to work doesn't reward you to be a good worker.
Yeah.
It just benefits the employer to fire the bad ones without any cause.
Yeah.
And so that's where I think the issue is. You could be the great worker, but if you're surrounded by 6 other guys and you're outworking them, but you get zero recognition, you don't get promoted, you don't get extra pay, you don't get extra time off, you get nothing for your hard work, and you see these guys relaxing, but your boss only fires 1, keeps the other 5, and you're over here like, well, I might as well just fucking do that job. I might as well get lower. So there's no true incentive because you have no one on top of you to ensure you're doing a good job, but you also have no true job security that if you were really good, your boss can still be like, hey, you also cost me too much money, you're out. And you could have been the best performer. And they're just going to get rid of you. A union won't allow it. So I think that's the issue is like, we don't have that security. I think right to work shoots the
Good work ethic.
the
in the
good
foot.
good work ethic in the foot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. It's got to be a balance, but here's the thing. I think I'd much rather take workers from up north than down here, dude. I've just seen it too many.
Bro, they come down here, they work.
Yeah, between
Like they're
working,
ready.
Bro, when I started working in the roofing industry, delivering roofing material, when I saw it even at town of Fort Myers Beach. When I saw like I was outpacing people like tenfold. Like when
but it's a
we
normal
would
work
go
pace.
deliver, yeah, and that's what I
It's
said.
a normal work pace.
I was like, yeah, I want to get this shit done.
yeah.
The roofing company, they had multiple teams, and me and my guys were like throwing shit up
Yeah.
and moving. And they're like, bro, why are you going so fast? I'm like, because I just
That's
want to
how you
get this
slow
shit
down. Yeah.
done, bro.
My buddy, he got to a
what the fuck are
company.
you talking about?
He got to a company for painting. He literally got told, you're not allowed to go this fast. 1, it makes the other teams look bad. 2, we'll get the job done too quickly. We need you to slow it down. It's like, what, dude? And they're like, it's because we get paid out only up until this contract. What happens if you finish it early? That means you get paid out and your guys don't have to work. But I think that's also the mentality because bosses look at their guys and they're like, I should have them working 24/7 up until the end of the contract. Why? Dude, if you finish the job early and it's done, I'm not saying finish it early because you did a shitty job. I'm saying finish early because you did phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Why not give your guys a month off between projects then?
So-
now you get time off for free because everyone's already paid. Plus,
you know why?
you're good.
Because I remember when I was working at that roofing company, we were one of the first teams that would because you can only take so many orders with you to deliver shingles.
Yeah.
Like typically on a truck, you could fit like 2 or 3 orders
Yeah.
of shingles. So we go boom, 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 knock them out. We get back and they'd be like, okay, take another load. Okay, take another. And then I started noticing that we were taking like way more than the other guys were.
Yeah.
And the problem is we would get back to the office at like 5:30 and we were supposed to be done by 6. And they'd be like, oh, go take these other 2 out since you guys are back. Bro, and there were times when we came back 7 o'clock.
But that's what I mean.
But
right
that's
there.
when you don't want to work as hard because
But that's what I mean. They're not rewarding you
Yeah.
for doing good work. That's what I'm saying. If they rewarded you by if you finished early, you got your job done, you finished the project, and I get it as a
These are
group.
your orders
Yeah.
for the day. Get them done,
Knock 'em
and
out.
that's it.
Go home.
Go home at 2
You
o'clock
did it
if you want.
But
yeah.
that's because as long as you did a good work, I'm saying have an inspector come out. Make sure you guys weren't just fucking around and just, oh, they did a shit job. No, if you did the job at a great standard and you knocked it out early, go home.
Go home.
You did it. I don't need you here. You
Yeah.
did your part. Why don't now if you if
busy
I know
work
my
just
buddy
to look busy.
my buddy does it at his dock. They get told if they finish early, he would always ask. Like I'm saying, they had to finish real early. They'll be like, "Hey, if your guys want to make extra money, tell them they can go to help this side out, or they can start doing deliveries. If they want to go home, they can. If they want extra money, they can do extra work.
Yeah.
And so now they get paid more for doing that extra work, not by their hourly rate. They're getting on top of their hourly, which they already would have been paid for the day.
Anyways.
And that's how you should do it.
Yeah.
Offer your guys that extra. But instead, it's like guys like, no, I'm going to get every little bit of minute out. Why? Your guys finished the job. They did it efficiently. Let them either make some extra money if they want to be able to stick around and help, or tell the other guys, because the other teams are going to be like, why do they get to go home early? Do your job better.
Do your job better.
Do it
work
better.
Faster,
work faster. Work
harder.
more efficiently. You're going to do much better. And everyone as a whole goes up. It's just like, dude, why not?
I don't know, man. It's a weird system. Like I said, workers in New York are better than workers in the South. But I love this place so much.
That's it. Yeah. Like environment wise,
I'll never go back.
it's much better.
It's way better.
Yeah.
You don't gotta deal with stupid shit on a day-to-day basis. Move to Florida.
Also, yeah, the whole like, crazy bums and shit like that. That's the one thing I do like down here is like when you walk the streets up there, you're like, oh God, a fucking psychopath.
Oh, because they're on the street?
Yeah, because they're just everywhere. Here, it's
bro,
like
that's
not really
that's
allowed.
another pro for Florida.
Yeah.
We're about to have a natural sweeping crew come through, and we're not going to have any bums by Wednesday.
I was meaning more that they don't allow it. DeSantis, I don't know if it's DeSantis or if it's our county.
No,
that
we
does it.
purposely do hurricanes so we could.
Yeah,
sweep
we set
the
it up.
streets.
Oh yeah, get the fucking. That's what it is. The government makes hurricanes so we can get rid of the homeless.